Hey, it's Soultiful. I'm sorry, I'm trying to act like Janet. Hey guys, this is Toya. And what's one of the most important things you need to do when you start your business? I get this question all the time. You'll get the answer coming up right after this.
Hi, and welcome to Soultiful.
Well, hello. Welcome to Soultiful.
Man, that was funny. That was funny.
And-
Hi.
but you know what's so funny? I try to do it and try to whisper at the same time because I'm in the library.
Hi,
Hey,
Nakia.
hey, Nakia. Hey,
Hey, y'all.
hey, how's it going?
It's going okay.
Cool. We can't see
Okay.
you, but we can hear
I
you,
know.
and so we're so glad you're here. You sound not light and loud and clear, so we're so glad that you're here.
That's
But
great.
yeah, yes. But for everybody else, thank you guys so much for joining. Welcome to Soultiful. We're here every Tuesday, and we're talking about issues that are important to folks that are working at home or people that want to work from home, right? And let's go ahead and start with what you're working on, Janet.
Well. What is Janet working on? Hi, everybody. How y'all doing today? Janet is working on better health. Yes, better health. But in addition to better health, Janet is working on. I had an array of projects and things that I had to do. My church, I had some things to schedule for them. I had to get ready for my live stream for my client that I have on Sunday. I had to schedule some appointments for one of my other clients. And I still have some other things to do. I have to get one of my clients' product on Amazon, which I've never done before. So I'm real
Mm-hmm.
nervous about. This
Nice.
is a new client I just got. So I am just a little bit busy. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah.
Nice.
So that's what I've been working on. Yeah.
That's great. Is the product already formatted and you just have to load it, or do you have to format it? Because I've heard formatting is kind of the pain.
Nakia, we'll be talking.
I was
Yeah.
saying, Janet's like,
Huh?
I'm not there yet.
Yeah. I just got my email account. Nakia, don't scare me yet. Don't scare me yet. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll
Okay.
see. But
Okay.
since you know so much information, I'll be calling you. Okay, go ahead, Nakia. It's your turn.
Okay. I also too have been working on my health, as everyone might know. I've been fighting on migraine for 2 weeks, so finally the migraine is gone. So yay! Thank you. Let's cross our
Yay!
fingers. Let's cross our
Awesome.
fingers.
Yes.
Um, so today was very productive. I was able to get a lot of work done at my full-time job. I was kind of stuck with my client because I am waiting on a handoff from someone else, and we all know how that can be. But I'm still staying hopeful and productive. I had a client meeting which got rescheduled, so that's positive as well because she got too busy to show up. So just moving along.
Nice. Cool. I'm
Wow.
so glad about those migraines. I know how that can be, so I'm grateful that you're better. Thank you, God.
Mhm.
Yeah, so for me it's been video editing. That's what I've been primarily focusing on today and scheduling um walkthroughs for shows. So that is what I've been working on today. Yeah. Yes, for sure. So, today, guys, it is another installment of Girl Chat. I like the girl chats. I like it because
Yay.
it's usually just us and we can just kind of just talk real regular, right?
Real
And
regular.
yes, and we want you to engage. If you have any questions or if you have any input, please put it in the chat. We want you. This is a chat. This is an engagement for all of us. It's all the girls today, okay? And for this particular installment, we're focusing on our new series that we created this year, where we're talking about how to start a virtual assistant business. And it makes sense because we're all virtual assistants, so we can tell you from our perspective what we've done. And we're focusing on today foundations, financial foundations. So we talk about money, money, money. Hey,
Oh, sorry. Okay.
what she said. So and it's definitely starting out, out your business. We think that everybody starts out differently, right? It's not every There's not no sure way, but we think everyone should have a business plan. You should have some type of plan, have strategies in place, marketing strategy, just to kind of help assure your success. But
Hmm.
one thing that we all got to have a way to collect them funds, honey. Some way to get the money coming in, some strategic, simplified way that works where people can pay us. So I thought we would talk about. You guys tell me what you think. I thought we could talk about payment processing or processors, talk
Hmm.
about invoicing, as well as a business checking account. What do you think? Does that work for today?
That
Um,
does work for today. Those are your foundations.
Cool. Hey,
yeah, that.
Shannon.
Hi,
Hey,
Shannon. That
thanks for
my
joining us.
bookie. That my bookie. Hi, Shan.
Well,
Yeah.
any bookie of yours is a bookie of mine. So we're so glad that you're here.
Yeah, I think we're talking about an exceptional conversation because not only do you have to receive money, you have to know how to spend the money. So, in order for you to get the money and spend it correctly, you have to know what are your processes. How are you going to receive the money? When are you planning to receive? Do you want two payments a month, or are you the person that pay all your bills for your company at the top of the month and then you want the money for additional income at the bottom of it's so many variables depending upon who you are and what stage you are in the business. If you still work a full time, maybe this is extra money that you still take your taxes and whatever, but you saving it. So you have to know the foundation of money so that you can disperse it the way that it needs to be dispersed.
So let's start out with payment processors. When I'm talking about payment processors, I'm talking about your PayPal's, I'm talking about your Stripes. Internationally, I use Payoneer, and then sometimes the merchant account with your bank, right?
Yeah, that is very true. That is very true. I know that I use PayPal, and I use Square. I haven't had any international clients as yet that I would need to facilitate those. However, I like Square. I'm starting to like Square a lot more because Square can go directly from the if the person has Square and pay you through Square, it comes directly with no additional fees taken out. Now, PayPal takes out its fees, and it's truly dependent upon no matter which system that you use. I guess Square is bank to bank. I'm not so familiar with it, but it does make a difference. And it seems like any other outside source is going to require fees. So, your objective here is to decide if a service is $25 and you know they may take out 388, are you going to charge $30 because you've already minus that 388, or you're going to charge the 25 and know that the 388 is going to be deducted from you. Whatever processor that you use, you have to be cognizant of what are going to be the deductions and if there may be a delay. When you first start out with PayPal, PayPal tends to hold your money. But as you get more acclimated in it, then they start to release your money. The only glitch is sometimes PayPal messes up and then they could hold your money for no unpredicted reason. So those are the things, as opposed to if you were a bank like a Wells Fargo or had those things, your liability of glimpses or glitches are less to occur. What do you all think?
So it's funny that you brought up those glitches. I've been using PayPal for Business for at least 3 years, but as of last weekend, a client paid me a substantial amount of money, right? And during the process, I tried to add an email, and it just messed up. It just like that triggered the system, and they wanted all this information from me. They want me to resend them like my LLC information. I had to send them my ID. I had to send all this different verification information to them just because I added an email address. That's the only thing that I've done different. So I couldn't think of anything else that it could be. And thankfully, it was able to. they verified it that Friday or Saturday, and it was available I think Monday. But like it's the first of the month. I got bills to pay. I mean, I needed I need one thing I like about PayPal, I normally have that money immediately, right? And I did not. And I didn't appreciate that. But that's one of the things is I don't own PayPal. It's a processor. And so one of the rules that's important to me is to have more than one. Just don't get excited about PayPal and just roll with PayPal. I roll with PayPal. I roll with Stripe. I roll with Payoneer. I can receive money from directly to my account, all that kind of stuff, because you just never know. We don't have control over these processors. What you think, Nakia?
Hold on a second.
Okay, let's read what Jasmine says. Jasmine says she likes Square too. My con with Square is they took $14 off my file. Ooh, girl, yes, Lord. I know you wasn't. One thing that I learned though is to add that the processor fee. I usually include that into my fee to the client because that's part of doing business, and so I just add that into the fee for my
Yeah,
client.
I have been thinking about that going
Mhm.
forward
Yeah.
for myself because I wasn't adding that fee in. Um, I was thinking, I mean, I just didn't think about it. But now going
Burgers, razor
forward,
blade.
the more the amounts are, the higher the fees are. So right now I was getting the $5 and the $2, so that didn't matter to me. However, now as I'm going to, because we are going into a new year and a new season, and I think that I deserve it, my prices will be changing. Yes, they will be changing. America is changing. Chicken is changing. A box of
Awesome.
macaroni is changing. So I need to change in order for me to eat. I know I said something about my health, but I still got to eat.
That's right.
However, with that being said, those fees do need to be covered. And if you're going to elevate and soar to a different level in business, you have to make sure that those areas are covered as well.
Yeah, because like you said, it's one thing seeing a $2 fee, but once you see 25, then you see 50, then you see 500. Okay, we have to look at this corporately. How it how this is done, other than my little freelance business. But corporately, those fees are incorporated within the fee to the client. So that's what I do for
Yeah,
sure.
Shannon said that, yeah, that's a great idea to add in the fees. Very
Yeah,
much so. And even though in corporate America we might not know, but I'm sure that they've added in fees for paper or whatever that when you buy things. So you have to think like they are. We want to be an institution that is respected. Even though we're an entrepreneur, we're still an institution.
absolutely, absolutely. That's good. Nikki, what's your take on the processes? Do you have a favorite one, or do you have any input?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, loud
Okay.
and clear. Well,
Oh, well, we
when
could
she,
hear her and she was gone.
when she comes back.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yesterday's price is not today's price. I
That is
agree
so
with you,
true.
Shannon. I
You know,
agree with you.
you know what? Just this is kind of off topic, but I was meeting with actually I was interviewing I was doing a recording and these were people that were financial folks, and they talked about the prices, even like the current market price. When you're ready to raise your prices, you research and look at what the current market price is. So when you're ready to raise your prices, you have a really concrete way of telling your client why you're raising your prices. This is the market rate. So and then of course they want to pay you what you should be paid if they value your services. So yeah, yesterday's price is not today's prices. Preach, Shannon. Yes.
And you have to think about also the other thing with the foundation, the processor that you use. What one expedites your need? I mean, as I stated to you all earlier, and even Toya had a little glitch with PayPal. There are different levels to PayPal that they will hold it for 3 days. When you first join, I think they hold like for 14 or 21 days. So be mindful of that. But then they start taking you on to different levels, and you have to be cognizant of that. So say if your payday is the 15th of every month, with your designated client. However, you have things automatically drafted on the 16th. You have to take into consideration, okay, I'm going to get paid on the 15th, but it may not really hit my PayPal account to the 18th or the 19th. And you've had money drafted out on the 16th. So you put yourself in an upside down. You really have to, if you're going to use something like a PayPal, be cognizant, test it a few times to see which one works, that everything lines up so that you're not in a default situation at the end.
Another thing about PayPal, it is very customer centric. So if there's any disputes between you and a consumer, especially if it's a tangible product, they tend to really do a lot of leaning towards the consumer. So I just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind when there's disputes and stuff. So hey Toya.
Hi.
Hey Toy, what do you think, sis? What is your favorite payment processor? We've talked about PayPal, Stripe. I like Stripe. Stripe is strong. It takes a couple days to get your payment, but I'm okay with that because I haven't had any issues. I've used Stripe for probably 5 or 6, 7 years now, and I really appreciate Stripe. Another
And
thing,
I'm getting acclimated to Square. I like Square. What's your
yeah.
favorite processor? Jasmine, Shannon, or do you all use an array of them? Or do you not have a processor and you just go straight from, bank to bank? What do you like in your business? Oh, Nakia keeps dropping off. It's all right. It's all
And
right.
I think it's just really important to reiterate that take your time and test things out. Like Janet said, see what works because what works for me may not work for you. And again, I can't say this enough, have more than one. Have more than one because you just never know when something's not going to work. The other day when I had the problem with PayPal, I said, you know what, client, you can go ahead and I'll send your invoice via Stripe, or you just check the invoice I sent you. Instead of send me straight, pay me from PayPal. You pay, make the payment on the invoice I sent you, and that's what she did, and that's what worked out. Hey, Nakia.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I,
Hold on, Nakia. Latoya says PayPal is Bay. Just make sure you have your policy on your page and keep receipts of all conversation. Good point, Toya. We're gonna dip into that a little bit. Go ahead, Nakia.
I was gonna make the joke that I hope no one is using Cash App.
Oh, oh,
Hold up.
okay,
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 okay.
okay. So let's talk about you might have to use Cash App a time or two
I'm
if
grateful for Cash App.
if systems break down, because a client of mine currently had a situation that her system broke down and she couldn't pay me. We use PayPal, and so she had to send me Cash App via Cash App, but it's not a regular thing that we use Cash App. It's just a system. It's like Facebook and Instagram broke down yesterday. Everybody sent out 20,000 emails. You have to have another
20,
resource.
20,000, Janet. Is that how many emails
Well,
you sent?
we were getting emails out the wazoo. Yeah, we know it's down.
Yes,
We're
we
using it.
was. Yes, we
Yeah,
was.
yeah. So, I mean, I got you about the Cash App, but Cash App could be like your backup.
So Cash App, like you
I
said,
think I would prefer Zelle. I think I would prefer Zelle to be my backup because Zelle is insured by the FDIC.
Yeah, but Zelle is not in some of these lower modern banks. Like a Chime. Chime is a very good bank, but they don't have Zelle. Now they have what they call their thing, transfer to transfer, something like that. So, but yeah, I got your point. I got your point.
that I'm glad that she mentioned Zelle. Zelle is actually my favorite. That's bank to bank. It happens within 30 minutes. I love Zelle. But that Cash App and somebody owe you money at 11:30 p.m. at night and they need to send you Cash App real quick. You don't did something. I like Cash App just, for $50, $20, something
Toya,
like
you
that.
just want your money.
But I said, Janet, I said for like $50, like don't pay me Cash App. You owe me $1,000, don't send it on Cash App. Don't.
Okay,
Okay.
okay. Small amounts are
So
okay, okay,
I'm okay with
okay.
that here and there. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you have to think that the person paying you on Cash App, is it because they don't want to pay the taxes,
Right.
or
And that's a
how?
whole nother thing because now we got the government wanting to know about our small transactions.
You
Oh,
right.
Shannon,
You
let's see
right.
what Shannon says here. Oh, okay.
She says, I actually use Stripe the most. However, I use Square and PayPal. Please spell out the other one Toya spoke about. Oh, Toya, I think that was the international account you were talking about.
Okay. Yeah, I use Payoneer for international payments at times because I know that everybody can't use PayPal. everybody, does not use PayPal. I can remember there was one client, she just could not. She was in, I don't know, the Bahamas or somewhere, and it was just too much. And she tried, and she's waiting for cards, and so Payoneer. I've gotten paid by a couple of clients via Payoneer, and it worked out just fine for me. So
Um,
pay, Nikki, I said it right. Payoneer. I would say Pioneer. It's Payoneer.
Brenda Lee, I know Brenda Lee, and Brenda Lee is from Jamaica. She uses something too. I don't know if it's Payoneer, but I've heard her use one because she's in the Caribbean. So she
Yeah.
gets her money a different way. Toya was laughing at the Cash App, and then she said, Cash App is only good for the notifications. Ah!
If somebody want to pay me Cash App and it's like $50, come on, sugar. That'll pay for dinner tonight.
Okay, so with that being said, okay, first let's dive into a little bit about what Toya was talking about, the policy on your page, and keep receipts of all conversations. That I surely strongly, and make sure your contract is viable. That is the other thing. If your contract expires, you should send out some type of continuing, how would you say, agreement or something of that sort. But also, and because you're still getting payments, it's sort of that they already agree to the services. But make sure that you spell out in your invoices what you're paying them for. Just don't have September's invoice. Explain a little bit what September's invoice accumulate.
That's right. That scope of work
Calculated
should
with.
be detailed.
Yeah, yeah. So to make sure to include those as well.
Cool. All right, guys, we've talked. Oh, it's 4:22. Let's go on to the next subject matter as relates to money. How about let's talk about invoicing.
Well, yeah, because I kind of set that up first, didn't I?
You did.
Yeah. So there are so many ways to get an invoice. You can have portals like Dubsado or Honeybook that already have the invoicing already in there, or there are, and the name just escaped my mind, or PayPal. PayPal has its own invoicing. Square has its own invoicing. So, but there's another one, not Time Wise, Lord. The
Wave
thing is
apps, maybe.
Wave apps. Yeah, I'm
Hmm.
sorry, Wave apps. So there are many resources, but you utilize the one that is best for you. When you have these systems, make sure to explain and be detailed in your invoicing to make sure that they go out and execute effectively.
Janet, maybe it's the admin in me, but my favorite thing is to write the descriptions on my invoice, create my packages, and just have like boom, 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 all the stuff I done did for you, all the value I done gave you for $1,000. I love write my descriptions. How do y'all feel about your invoices?
Yeah, I definitely write. Unless that now, if I'm doing something that is how would you say, kind of like weekly, then I'll
Hmm.
put September live stream show and the date so that the date corresponds to what we're doing. But yeah, I'm detailed too. I write out everything that I do with in my invoice sections.
What
I
about you,
think that's a
Nakia?
best practice. I think that's a best practice because that person may want to go back later and audit to see what things work for them, what things they don't need anymore, what more they could use, things like that for year end planning.
That's
That's a
good.
very valid point.
That's
That's a
good.
very valid point.
So,
Yeah.
guys,
So
with the invoicing, a lot of them are they use processors like Stripe or PayPal are attached to your invoices. They kind of work together, and we'll definitely talk about the Dubsados or the Honeybooks. A lot of the invoicing programs, even Wave apps, you can connect with PayPal or Stripe with Wave apps. So, do you all have a favorite one right now?
Dubsado.
Yeah, me too.
Dubsado.
Dubsado,
Yeah,
say
Dubsado is my go-to for
yes,
everything. Actually,
yeah.
I was just speaking with a young lady this morning um about she's transitioned already to Dubsado, but it's a learning curve. Yes, look, Dubsado's a learning curve. You gotta be patient with Dubsado.
Dubsado.
Um, but she was on Honeybook and that didn't work for her. So no matter what your platform is, you have to use one that works for you. And you have to be patient with it as you get acclimated to it.
And guys, we'll make sure that we add some of
That's
these things that
right.
we're talking about. We'll add them to the comments later on today.
What you
Yes.
saying,
Also,
Nakia?
too, I know with Dubsado, it took me 2 years to get acclimated, and now I offer it as a VIP day service.
Yeah.
Just gotta
I
put the
actually
work in.
Yeah.
I actually told her that you were a Dubsado representative. So she might be hitting you up. Yeah. Yeah. You know how you do. You know how you do.
Yeah, I gotta
Amazing.
take that
Yeah, and
exam next week.
awesome.
Oh yeah. Nakia's going for what's the actual title, Nakia?
It's a Dubsado certification.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna wish her luck because she's
Yeah.
gonna be our personal customer service when it comes to Dubsado. She don't know it yet, but yeah, she is. Mm-hmm.
And so, guys, if you don't know, Dubsado is a CRM. It is a customer relationship management tool, and it encompasses invoicing. You can even do some type of bookkeeping a little bit. You can track your time.
Yes, you
You have a
can.
calendar in there. You can do electronic contracts in that piece, it's very customizable compared to some of the other CRMs, and it works for you if you're a small business. It really does. Salesforce, I don't use Salesforce because my business is not that big. I don't have a big enterprise, but for what I do as a live stream producer, administrator, Dubsado is Bay, as Toya said.
Yeah.
Her jam, yeah. So awesome, awesome, yes,
Yeah, Dubsado offers so many varieties of things. And you know the other thing that's wonderful about Dubsado? Their customer
oh,
service.
superb,
Oh my
superb,
gosh, their customer
yeah.
service is outstanding. I mean, and they help you until you finally get it. And the other thing is, I'm enjoying these Dubsado 101 education that they provide for you to help you learn more and how to access their system and use their system. So yeah, Dubsado is definitely bad.
Yeah, so just in that particular segment, just get acclimated to different invoicing systems and see again what works best for you. You see, we like Dubsado, but that's not for everybody. There's a whole bunch of different ones for you to try out. Wave apps, I use that a lot too for different business for different clients. Honeybook is a great as well. So try different things and see what works for you. So it's almost 4:30. So let's get in bank accounts, a business bank account. Nakia, you are the queen. You have looked at everything and you know all about these business bank accounts. So do you have a favorite? Do you recommend starting a business bank account when you first start out? What you think, sis?
You are not considered a business until you have a business bank account, according to the government. So yes, I definitely admonish everyone to have a business bank account, not to commingle their funds, and to do their best to start their business off on the right foot.
I have a confession. You might want to put me on spotlight, Janet, because I got a confession right now. I got a confession. Okay, y'all. So my confession is
Gives you
definitely.
like cash back. It's like APR on your money. So like that's great.
So my confession is when I started out, I definitely had an entanglement. I had an entanglement with my personal checking and my business bank account. I, I had an entanglement with my funds. And you don't do that in business. It was just so messy too. Like the entanglements, they get real messy. Like money over there and the personal, but that's going to pay somebody from it was just a mess. So for me to use this, bruh, do not mix your funds. Create a business account because that shows that you're a business and keep your funds there and disperse accordingly. Don't be mixing stuff up. If you're paying yourself, take that money from your business account and send it to but don't be commingling and paying people from your it's just don't be messy. Don't get entangled at
There's
all.
actually and I can't think about the book right now. It tells you five areas where your money. So you should have an account where all your money comes in at. And that can be difficult depending upon, we'd like to say that you would use PayPal, but you might have to use a PayPal and a Stripe or whatever. So you should have one account where all your money comes in at. Then you should have an account that you pay like your operations out of. Then you should have an account for your taxes. Ladies and gentlemen, even though you're an entrepreneur, you must have an account for your taxes. That's where you put your money at, so you don't have to worry when tax time comes. You have to take out your own taxes. There's no corporate America to take it out for you.
Makes it so
Then
much easier.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then you should have an account uh for like just regular business. The
Ex-
operations is to pay like your Canva
the
or
expenses.
your Google or stuff like that. And then there was a last one that I covered taxes. I covered the money comes in. There's another one that you had. So according to this book, you should have 5 business accounts at 5 different banks.
So the name of the book is Profit First.
That's it. That's
And
it.
it's
Yeah.
Michael. I don't want to mess up his last name. It's like Michaelwitz or something like that.
Yes.
It's a
Yes.
very good book. It's a lot, all those different accounts, but it's a very easy read, and I think it's a good thing to establish for your business. Real quick, let's pull up what Toya says. Well, she meant to say Aslo was my baby, but they went out of business. I am now with Blue Vine. I still have an entanglement or two. Yes, sis, I have to do better. We all, it happens. We all do. Yeah, yeah,
Well, I
yeah.
like so I utilize PayPal. That's where all my money comes in at.
Hmm.
Nova, because I used to be an Aslo girl, but
Okay.
I didn't go to Blue Vine. I went to Nova. Nova is where I pay out my expenses. Then I have Chime and Chime Savings. Uh, that was it. The other account was where you pay yourself. And so that goes into my Wachovia. I haven't felt
Did
comfortable
you just say
yet.
why? Did you say Wachovia?
Wells
Waco.
Fargo,
Thank
sorry,
you,
same
ma'am.
thing. I've been with it since it was Wachovia, whatever.
Me too. I understand.
I haven't gotten to the point in my business yet where I allow funds to go to my personal banking. So I'm choosing to use PayPal and Chime as my banks, and then I disperse from there. Chime has where you can move money, however, it's easily allows you to transfer. A PayPal did give me a little difficulty by adding Chime and Novia because PayPal likes you to add the big banks. But eventually we were able to work it out because of the coding and the bank routing. I mean the bank routing and the checking number. But
Nice,
otherwise, then those are the ones that I use.
nice, nice. Shannon. Yeah.
Oh, it's Profit First,
Yes.
and his name is Michael something
I'll try
something.
to. I'll pull it up, guys. I'll pull
Actually,
it.
wait a minute. Hold on. Look here. It's Mike
There you go. Yeah, Michael
Mal.
Wicks. Michael
Yeah,
Wicks.
I keep my book close by. So
Awesome. Yes.
Profit First, and it's Mike Malkowitz.
Yes. Great book.
Get a snapshot, Shan. Get a snapshot. Okay, there you go.
Awesome, Janet. That's a really good book for financial
Yeah.
stuff. You like that? Awesome. Yeah.
And
Nice.
definitely, we've had, I know she was a credit guru, but we've had a young lady by the name of T Birds. What T
Coach
Coach
T.
T,
Coach T.
Coach
Yeah,
T,
Coach T.
and she was a guest of ours, and she's a she has a great group on Facebook that they give out a lot of information. Sometimes I can't read all the posts with all the information, but maybe join you a group and just get yourself acclimated so you can get used to the terms and the understanding of what's going on, and then you can seek your financial consultant if you need one.
So I would like to talk real quickly. For these accounts, there's normally like a fee. There's a checking fee, what have you. And I know people will say that's part of your business expenses, but I don't find it necessary to pay the fees. So like I just want to share some of the free ones that we know. Like Toya said, Aslo was Bay. That's who we all used, and
Mm-hmm.
Aslo is no more. So Blue Vine, they have free checking. Blue Vine is turning into PNC Bank, but that's free
For
checking.
real?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
And I have been seeing here in Georgia, they have been building almost PNC banks like they used to have what's the other one?
Bank
What's
of
the
America. Mm,
Yes. Oh, I'm gonna
yeah.
walk into a PNC bank and see what I can do.
Yeah, the lower level of Bank of America, there is no free checking. But if the credit unions typically have free checking. We bank with the Navy Federal, Credit Union, and it's free checking. I've had a great experience with them so far. So
Yep.
those are two: Blue Vine, which is PNC,
Yeah,
and
Chime has
Maybe.
free checking too.
And
Chime.
also, I don't know if you're a freelancer now. These, what is the name of that account? Um, who is it, Nakia? That they you can it's like free checking, but it's for freelancers. Like
Are you
you're
talking
able
about
to
Found?
found. No, there's another one. I probably have a card in my account. Lily.
Oh
That's
yeah.
yeah. Lily's another one, but it's for the freelancer. So sole proprietor, no business entity, no LLC. They don't recognize those. But if you're a freelancer, that's another free checking, and it has a great app. You can move your funds around, allocate them in different areas. One for your taxes, one for that. For different. Like you said, that pay yourself. You can put them in different buckets, and that's one of the things I like about
Oh.
Lily. Right from the app.
Toya said PNC is located in Pittsburgh, so I want to steal a car. Oh Jesus, stealers.
All right,
Okay.
that's Bailiff.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
shoot.
So we will be doing more of these quick show. I don't want to say quick shows, but quick informational resources in regards to how to start your virtual assistant business so that you can then take the information and disseminate what you need and then go out there and explore. As we grow in this virtual space, things are coming and going. We are learning and receiving. Things are expanding. They keep adding. They take. So, I mean, Facebook, who knew yesterday what Facebook and Instagram went through that they may come back tomorrow or the day later with new this, new that because of the shutdown. So, really, really take your time. Get to see what fits you. Just like a glove, find out what fits you and work what best for you and your company.
That's right. That's right. So, guys, today's show is sponsored by this wonderful, wonderful company, and the name of that company is Kiss Virtual.
Yes, KISS Virtual Services is an administrative professional service company. We work with coaches and the cannabis industry and small business entrepreneurs, and I can be reached at kissvirtualservices.com.
Awesome, awesome. In my experience, Kids Virtual has helped me with project management for many projects. So definitely check them out. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Kids Virtual, for what you do for the world. Yes, yes, yes. And one thing I definitely want to make sure that we mention is the VA World Conference. I don't have a pretty flyer, but here is the website, vaworldconference.com. What we talked about today is just a tiny, tiny, tiny component of what you're going to get from coming to the conference. If anything inside you wants you to even think about becoming a VA or having a virtual service business, come to the conference. You're going to meet other providers. You're going to meet leaders who we have one. Our keynote has made like $1 million or more, right, Nakia? This year in her business.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and I only been in business for a few years, really, to be honest. So it's going to be a great place for networking and learning, and hopefully fun too. I want to laugh. I want to learn. That's what I like to do. Laugh and learn. So check out the
uh,
vaworldconference.com. Anything else, Janet? Did I miss anything?
No, not at all. We thank you so much. Please continue to like, share, subscribe. We can be found on YouTube, Spotify, um, and Facebook. Our name is Soultiful, and we're just here to provide entertainment as well as educate you as an entrepreneur. Yes, we talk a lot about the virtual assistant industry because we are all in that industry. However, being an entrepreneur, the things that we face and we deal with, everybody experiences those. So we just give you information and provide entertainment to help you enlighten your day and grow your business.
Mostly entertainment.
Now
Mostly.
we're not talking about the stripper pole on this show
Dude, why would
Not
you
this
bring that?
one.
Why would you bring that up in front of these folks, Janet? Why would you do that?
because you said entertainment, and I know where you were going
And
with
we
that.
no, and we know where your mind is.
Oh
Let me
my
tell you.
goodness. You do.
They are still a business.
Is
Pole
we,
dancing or working at a club that you take, that is still a business. They need to know how to handle their money, how to handle their customers. It is information for them as well.
Amen. And in that other show, I was just letting people know that you would know all
And they
about
have
that.
good chicken wings. Okay, the fat person would know about the chicken wings. Yeah. All right now. Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you for joining us at Soultiful. We'll see you next week at 4 p.m.
Hi, and welcome to Soultiful.